Yo guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another race reaction for the 2021 season. Just quickly, I am recording this downstairs in my living room. Holly's not very well at the moment. She's in bed, just resting. She's not feeling good, so I don't want to disturb her or anything. So I'm recording this in the living room. But yeah, we are here to discuss the Dutch Grand Prix, like I said, for the 2021 season. And I thought it was better than expected. Obviously, we haven't raced there in a very long time. I think the last time we raced there was 1985, so it's been a very long time. Obviously, Formula One has come a long way since then. But I thought the race was better than expected. A lot more overtakes and stuff going on than I assumed. I definitely think it's more of a qualifying track than a racetrack, a bit like the Tuscan Grand Prix when we went there last year. Seeing the cars go through there in qualifying is just insane, but in the race, it's not that great. So. But yeah, let's get into the race reaction and see where everyone finished. So kicking us off then, we're going to start with Red Bull and Max Verstappen taking his home victory this season. And yeah, it was pretty flawless from Max. Lewis and Mercedes tried to put on the pressure, tried to work out different strategies, but Max was just in a league of his own. And the atmosphere around the circuit, I think Ted in the qualifying notebook, he was saying about how it's probably even better than Silverstone and places like that. And that's, you get mad crowds there, but the atmosphere apparently was just so intense. And we always knew the Dutch fans were insane. But yeah, a great job for Max Verstappen and regained the lead in the championship as well. Sergio Perez clawed his way back to 8th. I felt like he had a terrible weekend. He obviously was out in Q1 in P16. I think he just got a little bit unlucky with some of the traffic and stuff, but he still didn't put in the laps before that anyway, so it's not great for the Mexican. But yeah, P8 picking up 4 points for the team. So next is Mercedes. So Lewis Hamilton finished 20 seconds behind Max Verstappen in second place. Went for that fastest lap at the end, picking up 19 points for the team. Like I said, Bottas and just in third behind him as well. So they tried to do something with the strategy, but it didn't really work out too well, unfortunately for them. But yeah, no, still a good haul of points for the team and still gain loads of points in Red Bull in the constructors as well. So next up on the list is Alpha Tauri, Pierre Gasly in 4th place. Honestly, the most underrated driver in this whole grid. Honestly, that man this season has done fantastically. The amount of qualifying results that he's had that have been amazing, and now this 4th place as well. He's had some other good race results this season, but 4th place in an Alpha Tauri, what an incredible job from the Frenchman. Just had a fantastic weekend overall. The whole weekend, practice, qualifying, and the race was just really good. And Yuki Tsunoda finished up in 19th place. He actually DNF'd on the Grand Prix. I don't actually know what the DNF was for, but either way, he was terrible in qualifying again, and he's not showing any signs of improvements at the moment. I actually am recording this on a Tuesday, by the way, and Tsunoda and Gasly have both re-signed for AlphaTauri for next season as well, so I just thought I'd throw that in there. But yeah, another horrible weekend for Yuki Tsunoda. So next up will be Ferrari. Charles Leclerc in 5th place behind Pierre Gasly. Leclerc had a pretty quiet weekend really, but he was up there solidly in the top 5 more or less the whole weekend. There was a good chance obviously that Ferrari were going to take pole and go on to win the race, because obviously they're quite good at these sort of twisty street kind of tracks, which sort of Zandvoort is. But yeah, P5 for Charles Leclerc, and Sainz in P7 as well. Did a very good job. Well, the Ferrari mechanics did a very good job to get him back out in time for qualifying. Obviously, he had that crash in FP3, but a very good solid recovery, I feel, for Carlos Sainz. Like I said, finished in P7, so a good hold of points for Ferrari, and obviously they move, I think, about 10 points ahead of McLaren in the constructors as well, so a good weekend for Ferrari. Next up is Alpine. Fernando Alonso finishing in P6. What an incredible job this guy is doing. Ever since, obviously, he came back, everyone was like, is he going to be the old Fernando, or is he going to be, not that great? But no, he's definitely upped his game in the last few races. Obviously, I think ever since Silverstone, I think he's really just shined for the team. Like I said, picking up 6th place, picking up 8 points for the team. And Esteban Ocon in 9th place as well. Didn't have that much of a great race, I don't think. Just sort of tried to hold his own and picking up 2 points for the team as well. So good haul of points for Alpine. So next up is going to be McLaren. McLaren had not a good weekend at all, really. Norris was out in Q2. Daniel made it through, but only managed 10th place, and then Norris finished up in 10th, just ahead of Ricciardo, but only 1 point for McLaren. That is really shocking, actually. I knew Ferrari were going to be slightly quicker this weekend, like I said, because obviously, they do quite well at these sort of twisty sort of circuits where there's a lot of downforce and stuff. But yeah, no, McLaren's absolutely nowhere this weekend. But yeah, not good. Same can be said for Aston Martin, who had another terrible weekend as well. Lance Stroll in 12th and Vettel in P13 as well. Vettel did actually spin halfway through the race, I think it was, and Bottas nearly collected him through that turn 3 corner, the very banked turn 3. But yeah, no, scoreless day for Aston Martin, but yeah, it didn't really show any signs of any good pace or anything. So yeah, disappointing day for Aston Martin as well. Next up is Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo, Giovinazzi scored 14th place and Robert Kubica in 15th place. Obviously, Robert Kubica replacing Raikkonen for this weekend. Raikkonen announced his retirement midway through the week, and then obviously got COVID, so he couldn't take part in the Grand Prix. But yeah, no, for Robert Kubica, who hasn't raced in Formula 1 in a very long time, with half an arm as well, more or less. I mean, I don't know how that guy can race a car anyway. But for 15th place to finish ahead of both Williams and both Hasses, that's crazy, in my opinion. Obviously, Mazepin DNF, so that's a bit harsh. But still, to just jump in that car this weekend and perform like that is really incredible. But yeah, scoreless for Alfa Romeo. Giovinazzi did actually have his best qualifying result as well in P7, so fair play to Giovinazzi. I think he's very underrated as well as Pierre Gasly. Quite underrated, I'd say, Giovinazzi. He's definitely come into his own this season, and I hope Alfa Romeo keep him on for next year because I think he definitely deserves it. So the second to last team is Williams, Nicholas Latifi in 16th and George Russell in 17th. They had a dismal weekend. They both made it through to Q2, but unfortunately they both crashed down in Q2. And then for the race, yeah, they didn't really show any signs of pace or anything like that. So yeah, 16th and 17th for George and Latifi. And finally, once again, it's Haas, Mick Schumacher, 3 laps down in the Haas. Obviously, you can't really blame him. He's in a dog of a car, so it's a big shame. And Mazepin DNF'd as well. I think he had a hydraulics failure or something went wrong on the car. So yeah, scoreless once again for Haas. So there we go, guys. That has been my race reaction for the 2021 Dutch Grand Prix. Like I said, better than expected. I definitely feel like it is, like I said, more of a qualifying circuit. Like seeing those cars go through some of those corners is insane. Some of the corners are really hard to overtake as well. It's just really narrow as well. Reminds me a bit of Suzuka as well through the sort of first and second sector. But yeah, no, I did like the circuit, and obviously, the atmosphere, as we all knew, was going to be insane anyway. But a very good race, and once again, has just changed the championship title around as well. Literally, I think there's only about 3 points in it now. It's absolutely insane. So bring on the rest of the season. I think the Italian Grand Prix is next weekend, so we've got 3 back-to-back races. You can't complain about that. But if you have enjoyed this video, guys, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well, so you never miss out on any videos. And I will see you all again in the next one, guys. Take care.